guys and car gals, what's going on? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
It's Fred Lenart's a subprime hero.
And we are on the Car Guy Coffee podcast. We are live at Digital Dealer 2021, where we are caffeinating this conference. And we have two incredible special guests on the show. Right now, we have Richard Delancey.
That's right. We all know Richard, one of my favorite people on the planet. We got another one.
Richard Bustillo.
Come on now.
These guys home.
Hey, no doubt about it. We appreciate you both for being here today. We're so excited. This whole event's been amazing. And you just came off the stage and you dropped some great nuggets for the people out there. You brought stats. You brought realness because you're out there doing it. And you're making a change out there at your store. You decided to make a pivot and you do it. And you do it with class. I love how you speak, man. You speak very well.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you for being here. And, of course, Richard over here, the genius. Richard over there.
That's my mad scientist.
You're a genius too. But
no, that's my mad scientist over there.
Man, everybody I speak to about Richard Delancey tells me that he is literally a genius. Yes. And I'm so blessed that he's just somebody that I can put myself around and learn from. And to be next to you, and he feels that way about you. So to be next to you and know that I have
Don't tell his wife we got a little bromance.
Yeah.
So do we. What's up? People say
they tell that about us all the time. So I understand the relationship. But no, we're excited to have you here. This conference has been great. Yes. We've seen a lot of people come on and go and come in here and learn some stuff. And man, for you, when you go to these things, like, what do you do when you come here? Are you here to grow? Or are you here to learn something? Are you here to take something? What are you looking for?
You know, I always look at everything in life as you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And if you surround yourself with smart people, even if it's not the product, you're going to get an idea that you can adapt what you're doing 100%. To make what you're doing a little bit better. This particular conference, you know, Rich is my boy, and I care about him very much. And, you know, when someone picks up your call at 11 o'clock at night, you're going to pick up theirs at 11 o'clock at night too. So, you know, he said, hey, man, do you mind talking about what we're doing? And I said, let's do it, man, you know.
You know, he honors you like that. And when I heard that you were coming on the stage, I was real excited. You know, obviously your name presents itself. And Richard was super excited about it. You know, Delancey was like, man, you know, this is going to be the speaker of the week. You know, he was so pumped up about it. And you showed up and you showed out. You really did. There were some technical difficulties, folks, at the beginning, but none his fault. And it actually still was awesome. The video he put out, the things he was talking about, Steve Jobs out there. Steve Jobs was a creative man. And this man right here is right there with him. He's on that same type of path. So and it's just the beginning for you, Mr. Bustillo. I look excited to be here next to you and see you grow. So
I want to ask real quick, though, Richard, why was it so important that you had Richard Bustillo on here? Why was it such a big deal? I got you right here.
Yeah, so the key for any vendor or digital guy, somebody like me, is having somebody do something with the leads you create, right? And a lot of times in my career, we've had great ideas, great programs, generated hundreds of leads, thousands of leads, and then at the end of the day, you know, you have that awkward phone call like, "Hey, we didn't sell any more cars," and I'd be like, well, you know, we gave you 1,000 leads, but yeah, we didn't sell any more cars.
Right.
And I've never had that conversation with Richard. I learned a majority of what I know in the car business from him. I mean, years ago, I was just a digital guy. You guys know me. I love being on my computer. I love out there figuring it out. And Richard came to me and he said one day, this store in Pennsylvania is selling a ton of used cars. I need you to figure out how they did it. We figured it out and we were off to the races. And you saw it today in the numbers, right? The fact is on those auto alert equity mining calls we turned over, 87 and they sold 79 of them.
That is a crazy stat. And those are real stats.
I looked over at Erica and I was like, wow, I didn't even look at that line. I mean, I looked over it and I was like, that's more. Whoa.
Right.
You know what it is it's, you know, I always say you have vendors and then you have vendor partners, right? And you're being unrealistic as a dealer operator if you think that just the vendor is going to be the solution. You know, you're your own solution.
Right.
And you gotta take control of your people and your processes and put things in place that are realistic that you can make happen. And then when you plug in someone that generally is aligned with the way you think and does it the way you want to do it, well, then that's when the magic happens, right? And
wow.
And it you know, it's not like if we're recreating the wheel here. No. We're just greasing it up nice and rolling, you know. And it's exciting because this is stuff I've been wanting to do for years, and I haven't been able to get it done. And to be able to start doing this with Rich and really dissect the campaigns, because we can track everything to an ROI.
Yes.
And that for me as an operator, there's nothing more important than if I spend $1, what am I getting back for what I'm spending? Our two big expenses is personnel and advertising.
Love it.
A lot of people like that too.
And, and he's dropping good points, and that's coming from an dealer operator. Now listen, what he's talking about here is important. It's called transparency. It's called knowing where your investment is going and what kind of return you're going to have. And a lot of people out there, they say they can do this, they can bring you money, and maybe they can, but they can't show you how they're doing it. So what Richard Delancey brings is transparency. He brings accountability. This way, there is no question about where your money's going. There is no question, are you getting ROI? It's 100% in the numbers. I've seen crazy numbers today up on that thing. Those are numbers that if you saw that in your store, you'd sit there and know how successful you are. And that's why we have Mr. Richard Bustillo in here today talking about some amazing stuff and being here to support his friend.
My ninth grade English teacher, Mrs. Hill, now we're going way back. She had a saying.
Way back.
Way back. And hopefully Mrs. Hill's still running around and she's not in a hill. But Mrs. Hill used to have a saying, to make the Hall of Fame, you have to risk the Hall of Shame.
Ooh.
And when you and that's where it is with the transparency. I mean, Richard and I, we've come up with some wacky ideas, and at the end of the month, we're both sitting there with egg on our face, like that one just didn't
quite work the way we thought it was going to work.
But right, but then when it does work, you can legitimately celebrate the win, right?
Wow.
And you have to experience a little bit of the pain, and so that you can get better and fix. And sometimes we say, man, we were so close. If we had just done this, it would have taken it over the top. Or other times it's like, man, we're never going to go anywhere near that again.
But I got to say a couple things, like, at Mercado Automotive Group, our owners are first class.
Wow.
And we have a state-of-the-art BDC. And my guys are solid. I mean, Rich has seen them. My numbers are solid. So when I embarked on this with Rich, I had a little bit of hope, but I'm going against some pros because my guys are doing it right.
Right.
But there's certain things that we can't get to. We just can't get to them.
No doubt.
So the 30-day plus leads, the 60-day plus leads, the 90-day plus leads, we don't have enough manpower or resources to get to all of those customers. So to be able to have a partner like Rich and his team and them create these custom scripts and getting these customers to engage and seeing that we sold 167 cars. I mean, 80 something of those were at a Mazda store, guys.
Come on now.
And here's Scott Davis threw out a number this morning in his presentation, because Scott is sort of
Shout out to Scott.
Yeah, shout out to Scott Davis from Folly, wherever he's at.
Yeah.
He's sort of like E.F. Hutton, or the guy at the Academy Awards.
I think he's drinking beer over there.
The guy at the Academy Awards that comes out with the envelope. They say these results were audited by Deloitte & Touche, right? And that's Scott Davis. So Scott Davis audits our results.
Yeah, he's a buzzkill.
He is a buzzkill. But,
it was like 230 before you started getting a hold of me.
Yeah. So we let him with his 3 data points.
Hey,
but
it's real data.
It's real data.
It's real data.
The number that really shocked me today when we were talking, Richard has a 32-person or 35-person BDC. We put our 120-person Tampa agency on it. Between his store and our store, we made close to 60,000 calls. But there were 47,000 calls that weren't made.
Wow.
Even with that.
And so there's always room for improvement,
that's
right?
Throwing 150 people at it, right? So the average store out there,
you ain't getting it done.
No. If you have 4 people or you're an internet guy,
But it's like what we say: you don't know what you don't know, right? So as an operator, you don't realize how many opportunities you're not getting to, because we focus so much on what's our conversion, what are we selling, what are our appointments, that we don't look at all that opportunity that we didn't even get to and that we haven't been able to engage. And as we get better at this, as we evolve and we hone it in, I mean, guys, we delivered 309 Mazdas and 661 Hondas, almost 1,000 cars last month in a store that, I don't know, 6 months ago combined wasn't doing 500 cars.
Wow.
That's
real life testimony, though, folks.
real life. That is going on right now. If you're not here in this booth, 645, talking to one of these people at Dealership Toolkit, you're missing out on a great opportunity. You're missing out an opportunity for huge ROI. I'm talking
but some of you
transparent.
Are not going to be here. Some of you are just not here. So you're going to see this at a different time. You're going to see it reposted.
You're going to see it everywhere.
And these are serious solutionaries that teamed up together. I understand that there's sometimes when they take the risk, you heard them say it, sometimes it's like, oh, well, we got egg all over our face, right?
That's it.
We totally screwed that whole thing up. And because of the relationship they have, you can feel the brotherhood right here, right? Because of that relationship, they can forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing. They can keep finding a way to brush the corners of the room for improvement, to find out where it is that they can grow. Because, I mean, I know that it's daunting to look at that many deals or that many people that you didn't get to, that many calls you didn't get to.
Well, that gets me amped up, bro.
Right?
Bro, it does. It's getting me.
Listen, the only reason I'm here is for Rich. I should be making calls at the store. Man. That's how I feel, you know.
Hey, that's why you're at where you're at, my friend.
Here's why it works. Richard gets copied on every alert that gets sent out by our center.
Nice.
And this guy today was one of his people were a little slow in getting the call. Richard sent him a text, and guess what? 4 minutes later, the guy's coming into the store.
What?
Right? That's
power.
Well,
that's a power to this
tech. It up, and he just slams it down. I mean, and
that's what I talk about. That
wow.
You know, you can't put it all on the vendor. You know, there's a lot of vendors out here that have some great solutions, and as dealers, we love to point the finger, but sometimes you got to point the finger at yourself and say, what are you doing to maximize every process you have? And are you in it to win it? You know, is this a part-time deal or is this like what you want to do?
I love you, man. Your mentality, the way you think, that is so perfect for this world right now. What we need. So you are going places. You already gone places, but you know what I mean. There's so much more for you.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I gotta say, man, I gotta say a shout out to my team because honestly, all I do is come up with the plan with them. But my guys execute, and you know, I got my partner over there that isn't on, but he's like the mad scientist behind the scenes that kind of keeps me in check because I can be a little crazy sometimes.
Well, it's funny. The first time I got to go to Morgado and meet with Richard after us being separated for a long time, when we got back together, so we're meeting with Mario Jr. and Richard in his office, and in the first 5 minutes of that conversation, Mario Jr. showed me 4 different spreadsheets. I felt like I found my brother, you know, like we were separated. I think my last name is actually Morgado. And you know, I don't know how my parents got me and how I got to Pennsylvania.
I want my last name to be Morgado.
Yes. Mine too. I'm in.
No, but you know what? It's special when the synergy's there and everybody's working towards one common goal.
Right.
And then you put a plan together and you achieve it and then you celebrate it. You know, I mean, we had a celebration at our owner's home last week.
Wow.
The whole management staff, 100% first class. And it was just a celebration for what we did, but not just what we did. It's what we're going to do next.
Come on.
Right.
Come on.
You know, because we're just getting started.
Tell it.
We're not even 30 days into this deal.
And I haven't even told Richard this, but we have an up-to-the-minute dashboard on his account. And so now we've been talking an awful lot about May, right? Yeah, hey, look at what we did in May. Look what we did in May. I'm going to turn that, and now I'm going to show you how confident I am because I haven't even looked at June yet. My team just told me it's live, it's running. So
that's how confident.
Hall of Shame.
Oh, wow. This is called the proof in the pudding.
This is
right?
called, we're going live with this. So,
I'm switching cameras, bro.
As of right now at Mazda, we have already delivered 35 in June at Mazda. And now let's look at Honda. Honda risking Hall of Shame here. 151 at Honda.
What?
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. That was a little too good. We got to go to June.
I was going to say, damn, man. I don't got to go back home.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe you don't have to make that phone call.
I can do happy hour, actually.
Yeah,
that's right. Let's go have a drink really quick.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Here it comes. Here we go. Not 119.
Holy smack-a-mole. Folks, do you see what date this is this month right now?
This is June.
June 9th. That's it.
June.
It's the 9th, folks. That's real numbers. That's what's going on in his stores right now. Look at his face. Let me switch the camera back because that's a beautiful face and all, but not that close. So hey, we're having fun out here. You know, we got jokes, but we have a lot of things going on. We have love here, and we're better together. And that's what I love. You got two guys right here in the center that are just bringing love with each other. Not making love, bringing love with each other. Right?
Yeah, I have a funny story about that. My girlfriend, my girlfriend wants like a picture of Rich to make sure he's not female because like the other night I'm talking to him at 11 o'clock at night. I say, bro, thank you so much, man. I love you, bro. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And she's like, yeah, Rich. It's like that State Farm commercial.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you got on? I got khakis.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
but yes.
Listen, this is a lot of love that's inside of the air.
And I love it. This is
a lot
awesome.
of camaraderie, but we keep going with the same exact theme that we are better together, that we
Facts.
are not necessarily going to accomplish these things by ourselves because we have other people that we get to do this with. You don't have to team up with people. All of you that are watching, you don't have to find somebody that you trust to do business. You can keep doing business the same way that you're doing it. Rich, he was probably doing really great. I know that he was doing really great before he teamed up with another Rich, but they teamed up together and they just went to the next level. They want to continue to grow. As you're growing, you know what you got to do. You got to apply the 3 Fs.
You know it, Lou.
We have to do the secret handshake. All these brothers right here, we're going to fly together by applying 3 Fs inside of our life. And that's to forgive, focus, and fly so that we can keep growing, everybody. So Rich and Rich over here, we got the double R.
Cross
up in
them
there.
arms.
We got to do good on this
because
because we know they'll
Here
use
we
this
go.
for a promo for the next 37 years.
That's right. You know it.
On 3, solutionaries, Rich and Rich. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing. Keep growing. Keep growing.
We have
Yeah,
that on
there we
video.
go.
It's out there. It's going to always be there.
The power we, baby. The power we.
yes. That's
Welcome
right.
to the club. The solutionaries are doing it, and I appreciate you all. That is the secret handshake, and I'm so excited about what you have going on.
Yeah.
Man, let me do something really quick. I want to do a great news meeting, Lou. I
Yeah,
want to do a
let's
great
go
news
ahead and
meeting.
great
Let's
news
do that
meeting.
really quick.
Great
So,
news meeting, everybody.
we got a great news meeting. So what's great right now? I know we're talking about this, but let's say outside of your life, you could talk personal. You could talk whatever you want. What's been really great for you? Let's have some gratitude right now.
Bro, for me, dude, I got to tell you, the Mercado Automotive Group,
Wow.
You know,
Love it.
In life, you get hit with some stuff. And when people, it's easy to be there when you're doing well, but not everybody's there when you're not doing well.
That's 100%. Tell it, man.
Yeah, I'm incredibly grateful for just my opportunity in life and my team. I sit here with you guys and I take a lot of credit, but I'm nothing without my team. I got 120 people back in the office in Tampa, like 4 miles from here, man, that just beat it day in and day out, making hundreds of thousands of phone calls. And we're nothing without them. And all the people that work in our marketing department, building digital ads and my family. And I'm also blessed because Liz is not only my partner in the business, but she's my wife, getting to come to work with her. Some people say, how do you do that? And some days, she, if I'm ever missing, you should call Liz. She should be the suspect. She's ready to hang me out to dry. But not only that, but our son Jake is in our digital department. Our stepdaughter Amanda is in our client services.
Wow.
So
It's a family business.
Yeah, one of our floor managers, Brittany, is the soon. Hopefully, we think her and our other son will get married at some point. We don't know what he's waiting for. So yeah,
He's
there
a
we go. We
typical
can put
man.
out
Hey,
a little.
come on.
Hey, Brittany, I got you covered.
That's right. Hey, that's amazing.
So I'm just incredibly thankful. And
You are, man.
this is my dream. I years and years and years ago, you guys will laugh, but when I was in 3rd grade, I always wanted to own my business. I did the operation business thing at school, and so I started my own pet rock business on my driveway.
Wow.
I had one sale to my grandmother, but that business folded very quickly, Pet Rocks. But I'm so thankful today
love
that
it.
So you had a lot of
my
inventory.
dream. Yeah,
You had an inventory.
I
A lot of
my
inventory
grandma
for
bought
days.
the one I put the smiley face on.
Inventory wasn't too hard to find, right?
Toolkit yet.
You know
That's
what
right.
it is honestly, without our family and the people that support us every day and our
Wow.
people, I mean, we can't do what we do. There's no way.
That's
There's
right.
no way. I mean, it's easy to say, but he grinds, with the part you don't hear, and he grinds it 15, 16 hours a day,
Yes, he does.
Did I grind it 12 to 14 hours, 6 days a week? And and family sacrifices are made for that, so that we
100%.
can, so we can do what we love, because we're doing this because we love it. This isn't a job. This is what we love to do.
And that's what your team is seeing too. So you guys, you hear this, right? You car guys and car gals, you hear how they honor their team and how they believe that they wouldn't be anywhere that they are without the team.
That's right.
The thing is that the same thing, I'm sure, is the culture of your team itself, that they're saying, if we didn't have leaders like you, we wouldn't really know where to go. We wouldn't know what victories we would have in front of us. And
most of the time. Every now and then.
But it is, Lou's so right, though. It's a two-way street. It's always a two-way street when it comes to relationships. And if it's just a one-way street, it's not a real relationship. That's called being abused and used. So you have to make sure that it is two-way. It's for both people. It's for you and for your team. It's for your team and for you. And it's always one thing, and we're better together. I love that this is what we're talking about this week. The whole theme is we're better together.
Well, and I'm so proud of this whole conference, and then just the way we all came together. Even our company, I talked about our family, but we have great partners, Russ Gentry and Greg Ash.
Russ is awesome.
M1 Data. I mean, they were awesome. My company was like a week old, and I was getting ready to go to a trade show. Liz and I are packing up the old car. Like, it was going to be the two of us on a card table. And Russ called me. He's like, do you want some help at the show? And I'm like, Russ, man, I'd love to, but I can't afford, it's just gonna be Liz and I. We're doing on dime. Russ, like, don't worry about it. He flew his team to Vegas, paid for everything for them, their hotel, their registration. And those people, they worked in our booth the first week. And I never forgot that. I mean, Scott Davis of Volley, about a year and a half ago, we were struggling, or about when COVID first hit. The BDC was a little bit struggling. We didn't have Volley in those days. And Scott jokes now, he goes, I could sense that you didn't have two nickels to rub together at the time. I'm like, Scott, we didn't. And Scott practically gave me the product for free.
Wow.
Just to help us. And now I think I'm his highest paying client, but that's
that's how you do it, right? It comes back to you in the end.
But we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for people like Russ Gentry and Greg and Scott Davis. We wouldn't be sitting here. There'd be no toolkit. Richard we'd be still separated. The long bromance we still be apart. And,
we found each other again by accident. Right?
Oh, that's awesome. Tell us that story.
So actually, we had an issue where our agency, we were trying to do something with the data with M1 actually, and we just couldn't get it to work. So we had to fire M1, right? So, and I love Greg and those guys. I've known them for a long time. I've used them for many, many years, and I had to, Mario fired him. And so, I had to call Greg. And when I called Greg, he was pissed. He goes, dude, this data works. I go, bro, I know, but we can't get it to work. And he goes, well, hell, dude, you need to call. He goes, no, that's what he said. He goes, I'm going to bring you the solution. So he makes an appointment. He comes down, and me and Mario in the office, and he pulls all this data on how we sold some cars and whatnot. And he says, listen, I have somebody that can deliver what you've been wanting to deliver, and they'll do it for free. So that's my favorite word in the car business. If you say free, I'm all ears. Right. Like when vendors tell me this stuff works, I'm like, fantastic. They give it to me for 90 days, and then let me see the results, and we'll roll.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I got this guy, Rich Delancey, that I'm working with. And I go, who? He goes, Rich Delancey. I go, are you guys? This isn't funny. You messing with me? So I pick up my phone, and I don't know what time it was, like 6 o'clock in the afternoon or something, or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I call Rich. And later I find out he was in the middle of a conference. He walks out of the conference. He picks up the phone, and I go, dude, is this for real? And he goes, I can absolutely do it. I'm like, all right, done. It's done.
He's like, when can you be here? And I got on a plane and I went down there. And then it was like that scene from Chariots of Fire, the two of us running toward each other in slow-mo across Mario Jr.'s office.
Oh, my God, dude. This isn't being recorded, is it?
It's
not only being recorded, but it's live now on the internet.
Man.
It's everywhere. But hey,
seriously, I was in a conference and it popped up and it said Bustillo, and I'm like, God, do not be teasing me right now, because if this is somebody wanting to see a car warranty, I'm going to be very, very angry.
I think that everybody's been dealing with that, and if you're on the internet, you're getting a lot of those Forex traders, right? Yeah, you know what the deal is. But man, what a great story. I'm glad that you guys reconnected, and because of that reconnection, look what it's become.
Yeah, dude, and we're having fun.
We're just starting.
We got some crazy. We got the lab is working, and we got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. We were just saying that we just gotta, it's good to have Mario and Liz in our lives, because they kind of slow us down because we're kind of like, let's just open up the fire hose and shove it down your throat. And they're kind of like, well, let's make sure that this works. Button up the process, then let's get this works. Button up the process.
Yeah.
So I know that Rich's team is very grateful for that, and I know my team is very grateful for that. So, but there's a lot coming. Dan, there's a lot coming.
Man, it's such an awesome story between you two. It is a true bromance, and I have a bromance with Lou. So I know what it's like. There's something great about reuniting. Lou and I had some time apart for a little bit too, and then when we got to reunite, it was like bam, fire, like nothing ever missed. But we keep doing it. We're going to keep growing, just like you two are. And I'm looking forward to seeing the story 5 years from now.
Well, and that bromance also extends to Russ and Scott and
of course,
and Greg
and Junior.
Of course.
So Liz laughs at me. I want to get like cool like biker cut jackets for us.
Oh, wow. I love it.
We could be like the Sons of Digital.
Right? Hey, you just might have. He might have
Miami
just.
original, baby.
We're gonna have like a little thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Richard, we're gonna have to have you start announcing people. Why don't we?
Man.
We don't need to be the hype man anymore.
Yeah.
You got it
Oh,
good,
my
bro.
goodness.
I love it, man.
Listen, so you hear this, you hear the reuniting, all this theme. I want to kind of pull all this in together, folks, because see, all of you that are watching, this is real life. We're really here.
Yes.
We've been waiting for the moments to get back together.
No mask.
We've been
That's it,
hidden,
crazy,
we've been
but yes.
veiled, right?
Vaccinated.
We've been trying to guard ourselves. We've been having to literally make sure we distance ourselves from people. Right now is the time that the solutions are present. People are making their transactions personally again, but the digital market has now shown itself in a whole new way, and the tools are available. And although things right now for a lot of you dealers might have been fantastic in about the last 3 or 4 months, maybe this whole half a year has been incredible for you all, there are still changes that need to be done, and there's always room for improvement. There's always a way to
The biggest room in the world.
and uplift what it is that you're doing. But the relationships that are brand new right now could be like these that are time tested and are proven to actually bring results. But you have to be willing to build relationships
Every
before
time.
you focus on your revenue.
Yes.
Worry about your people
before you worry about your profits every
okay?
time.
Amen.
And stay focused on finding the solution. All that they keep saying, it's like it's their show, right? Because Ruin Solutions is just the theme. That's who these guys are. They're trying to find a solution. He said, I don't have just a solution. The solution was this guy right here, right? I have the guy for you, and he's got the team, and he's got what it is that it's going to take what we don't know how to use yet and take it to the next level. I am no master mechanic, so you give me a toolbox, I am not the guy to fix the car.
Yeah, I've never even changed oil once in my life.
I think I used the word flutter valve in a presentation.
I don't know anything about cars either.
But
I just know how to sell them. and I think they're pretty,
just because
right?
you have the tools, like you were
I
saying,
know people.
just because
That's
you have
exactly
the tools
right.
doesn't mean it's going to get fixed. You need a master mechanic inside of your life. You need somebody that can actually do the work with those tools, and that's
great
exactly
analogy, Lou.
what
Love it.
Dealership Toolkit has
Love
been
it.
doing. We're doing that. We're seeing that happen for so many people. But the announcement that we are better together, the announcement that you cannot do this alone as successfully as you potentially can, is what we want to get out there. And there's testimony right here. You become an overcomer by the words of testimony, and he's giving testimony to what Dealership Toolkit, M1 Data and Analytics, Volley, what it is that they have and they bring to the table is something that you can take home. Put that in your cup
and sip on it. That's right. Man, we are Brewing Solutions, and all you got to do is get you some, folks. And we're out here just having fun, and I appreciate you two so much. Before we get out of here, is there any last words you guys want to drop?
No, thanks, guys, man. Just thanks for being here. And, we met by coincidence, too.
Yeah,
So
life is great. Things are supposed to happen. I believe in those things, man.
I mean, it really is. I mean, just how far, my company a year ago, we had maybe not even 20 employees.
Crazy.
A year ago, and now, we're over 100, and that's crazy. It meant a lot yesterday that Richard and Mario Jr. came over to the office. We got to show it out. I know you guys are going to stop by tomorrow before you head out of town.
You have to. I got you.
Just to see all
get some footage and videos and pictures. You know,
the one thing I noticed when I entered, man, you could just feel the culture.
Oh,
you could just feel it.
You could feel it even here, like with his team walking around out here, the way they love on him and the way he loves back. When you see him interact with his team, man, it makes your heart melt. You're like, you just know.
Yeah, he only did the Chariots of Fire with me, though. I want to be clear.
Well, we understand that. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Love Richard Delancey anymore. I sat there and I heard him talking to his team. I heard you talking to your team about it, about what they're getting ready to do. I heard you firing them up. And as a leader, as a person that leads others, there's honor in seeing somebody that has people that are excited to follow, excited to go do the job. And that's what we're doing. And then after that, I'm sitting there talking to Richard, and all he's doing is talking about how awesome you are and understanding that culture is who it is that you are. You're not just trying to figure it out.
Man,
this is what you love, you care about, you nurture, and you grow. But folks, it takes time, and it actually takes sowing the seeds to get that harvest out.
And I know you guys are dealership rats. You love it. You have never seen anything until you go to a Richard Bustillo morning sales meeting. That he should sell tickets.
Is that any Friday? Can I come?
Any Friday? Any Friday, 9 a.m.
Brother.
You know, you just gotta be ready to rock and roll because that's what we do.
I'm gonna have to come down and check out that spot because I love a good pep rally at a dealership. So I'm ready for it, man.
We do it, and you know, you got to celebrate, man. You got to celebrate your people. You got to celebrate your wins. You got to know that there's always more juice in the orange. You got to squeeze it. But the one thing I just want to tell everybody is, guys, man, listen, don't think you're doing good enough. You're not doing good enough. No one's doing good enough.
Love it.
And the power of we is always stronger than the power of me. So if you give it all you got and you get people giving it all they got, man, that momentum is unstoppable. You just can't stop it. So, thank you guys for having us here.
Brother,
really appreciate it. And
we appreciate you for your time and your energy and for your culture that you're bringing out there. You're making a change, and that's what we want to see in this business. We want to see more solutionaries like you helping other people, leaving a legacy through other people. And man, you too. With this type of relationship between a dealer and a vendor, it's unbelievable. This is what we're talking about when we say relationships over revenue, people over profits. This is what we mean. And then the bromance, folks, Chariots of Fire. You guys visualize it. It's beautiful. I visualize it. I love it. I mean, we may even have to make a video about that. So, man, I can't wait. We'll be down there one day to check it out.
We're on Fox's schedule for the fall. Our new Odd Couple sitcom Thursday at 8.
Love it. The bromance. Well, folks, we love you guys. This is Car Guy Coffee Podcast. I'm Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy. And we have been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast at Digital Dealer 2021, the conference that's getting caffeinated by the car guys. Listen, folks, if you want some serious solutions, make sure that you keep tuning in to carguycoffee.com. If you want some fresh brew, you want some of this good stuff in your cup, go ahead and get you some. carguycoffee.com, check it out. But if you want to hear what it is that they've been talking about, go back, watch us anywhere that we're posting our stuff live. Make sure that you get this entire brew because it's been excellent. You all are some incredibly inspirational people, and we're thankful that we get the chance to just have you on our microphone, have you on our show, but actually give you access to more people that want to find solutions, because the people that are listening to us, they want to improve, and the only reason why we get the chance to connect to you is because we're on the same frequency with you, trying to learn from incredible geniuses and leaders like you. And folks, you can do the same thing. They're available for you to get the help. We're so thankful for this opportunity.
I love it. And he's so right. The leadership between these two, this is what makes me proud of this business, is seeing two guys like this doing what they're doing. So thank you all so much.
We appreciate you guys. All. God bless. We got Rich Delancey and Richard Bustillo.
I love that last name. It's my favorite. I wish it was mine. So y'all have a great day. We'll see you soon. We'll be live in a little bit. You guys have fun. Come down to the booth. Peace. Thank you all so much.